Today I'm going to show you how to put a mulching kit on your Cub Cadet XT1 Enduro series lawnmower. I got the one with the 46-inch deck, fairly new. I only have 12 hours on it right now. That's what it looks like if you never saw it before. You got your lever here to adjust your height. You got from 1 to 4. You got your lever here to turn on your blades. Here's how you start it. Another thing that people have issues with is reversing while you're cutting at the same time. So when you start it, you turn it into this position and it starts up. You could cut in that position because it defaults down to here. Then to cut it in reverse without having it to stop the blades from spinning, you're gonna turn it to this section here. And when you turn it to this section, you're gonna hold this button down and this button right here will flash. This is the kit and how it comes. Comes with 2 blades and a plug kit. I'm gonna show you each step. This was $89 Home Depot. I'll show you what it looks like.
There's the side.
There's your plug kit. Prevents the blades from shooting out the side from the side discharge. Okay. Comes with instructions, but I'm going to show you that today. Comes with this wing nut. Don't lose it. Put it out the way. In this box here, you have the 2 blades, which are directional. They go a certain way, which I'm going to show you. And they're keyed, so you really can't mess this up. There's 2 ways of going about this. You got the easy way, and then you got the one that's more involved. Easy way, you're gonna set it up on ramps, you're gonna slide underneath, and you're gonna get at it that way. The harder way, you're gonna drop the deck, which I'll show you where your attachment points are and where to disconnect to drop your deck. To drop your deck, you wanna come to the left side, the side with the gas tank on it, okay? You're gonna come down to right here. You have a little bracket that's poking through. You got two settings where this bracket could go into. You go to the front one, okay? You remember that, it goes into the front. That's this bracket right here that protects the drive belt, okay? And there's your drive pulley, okay? Bracket, you go to the other side. You got an 8mm bolt right here. You pop this bolt out and your bracket comes out this way. There's your bracket again. And it's just spit it in on that side, and this way it comes out towards you, okay? It's the first thing you disconnect. Next thing you're gonna want to disconnect is your forward attachment point for your deck, which is this here. This clip pops out. You pry it from this side and it pulls out of the hole. And it detaches from your hanger bracket right there. Okay? That's the second one you take out. Come to the back. You got this one here, another clip. You're gonna take that one out. Okay? You pull this out and this hanger bracket will be able to move up and down with the lever. Okay? You have this lever at the lowest setting because you want your deck to be resting on the floor. So you put it on the lowest setting, disconnect your attachment points, and then you're going to raise up that lever so it gets these brackets out of the way. They'll be lifted up and your deck will be on the floor. Okay? So you got this one here, the second one. The first one you disconnect. Drive belt bracket, that's 3. Then you come And you come back to this side. That part right there, you disconnect, that bracket there. If you look at that spring right there, that's the engagement spring. That's when you pull the lever on top and it engages your deck. On that spring where it goes into the deck, you're going to want to disengage it. You're going to pull out that spring. There's the spring right there. And in front of that spring, over here, is where it goes into the deck. You're going to disconnect that. The spring is going to go freely, and then you'll be able to slide your whole deck out. Like I said, today I'm going to show you how to do it the easy way. To change your drive belts and pulleys and stuff like that, you're going to drop the deck. But for this, you're just better off setting it up on the ramp, coming underneath. There's your blades. Tools needed to do this job is a torque wrench, 24mm socket. You're going to need a vice grip, which you're going to lock onto your blade to keep it from spinning. You're going to take your 24mm nut, which is under 90 to 110 foot-pounds of torque, okay? So you're going to need either a long extension or you're going to need to use your muscles. So make sure you eat a good breakfast before you take these off. So once you have this wedged in hand locked into place so that the blade ain't moving, put your ratchet on there with the 24 and back it right off. Remember, it's under 90 to 110 foot-pounds is what it should be. And that's where you're going to set it back when you put it in. This is how you take it off. Remember, the blades go on a certain way. I'll show you the orientation. If you're not sure, make sure you hold it when you take it off and you keep it facing the same way. Take off your vice grip. Take your blade off. There's a side-by-side comparison of what they look like. It's a skinnier blade. And if you look on the blade, you have a stamping there and a stamping there with the part number on it. You want the part number to face down. As you can see, it says USA grass side. So that faces down in that orientation. And like I said, they're keyed, so you can't mess it up. Put it back in on the spindle, put your nut on. Like I said, make sure it says grass side facing down. Right here is grass side, so I want it going down. Here's your star right here. So once you get it up into here, make sure it goes into the star and it locks in. Hold it, take your nut, which is a normal direction. It's not reverse thread, it's regular direction. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You're gonna tighten this nut up to 90 to 110 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna just go 100 foot-pounds. Like so. As soon as it starts moving, move it until you can get the vice grip on and lock it. Lock it, tighten it up to max, okay? Got the vice grip on. Once it's wedged in, you're gonna tighten it up with your torque wrench until you hear that click. That click means your torque setting, which in my case is 100 foot-pounds. One more time. That one's locked on. You can do the same thing to the other side. It'll come on the driver's side, which is the left side with the gas tank. Clamp your vice grip right here, which will prevent the blade from spinning. As you can see, it clips onto there right there. Take your nut, take it off, put the next one on, torque it down to 100 foot-pounds. These things are super tight. There we go. Find your grass side with the stamping face down. And before you tighten it, make sure it finds its home in the star. That's a keyed way. Rock it, make sure it's in there. You're gonna let the blade spin again. It's gonna go back the opposite way. It's gonna catch now on the back of the front of the vice grip. When you take it off, it catches on this side. When you tighten it, it's gonna catch on this side. Okay? Make sure it's 100 foot-pounds to match the other side. That's it for the blades. You're gonna come to your chute. Got a little rubber sleeve that goes over this bolt and nut. Take that off. You're gonna lift up your chute. And if you look in the front wheel, behind it, there's a hole. That hole corresponds with this piece of the plug, okay? And if you look at it, there's a hole toward the back. That's the front, that goes by the wheel. Got a hole here, which goes into this place here. You have this little indentation, which I'll show you where it goes. You're basically gonna tilt it toward it shifts toward the front, and then come back this way, okay? That's what it looks like. The tab is in place. You're gonna come back, you're gonna put the screw hole, like so, over it. And you come down here and press that little tab behind the deck, okay? Like so. Make sure your lip is riding inside the deck. There's a little lip here, and you want to make sure your plug is behind the lip and press down, okay? You're gonna let the chute come out, come down. You're gonna take your wing nut that was supplied with the kit, tighten it down. Like so, okay? And that's how you do it. This is gonna come back down, and it's just gonna sit there, okay? That's it installed. The nut, let it come down, and it's gonna sit there. It ain't gonna go flat like it was because it's sitting on top of right here. So just let it sit where it sits, and you're done. Okay, that's how you install a mulching kit on the Cub Cadet LT46 XT1 Enduro series. Questions, comments, leave them below. Get back to everyone. Take care, fellas.